Aquarius, it's Marina from the Butterfly Effect. This is your reading for the next 7 to 10 days. I'm not going to put dates on them anymore because I'm far too infrequent with my uploads. So for whenever you come across this reading, it's going to have relevance, okay? Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. So on the dice for this period, you have Libra, the sign of relationships. You might want to look at where Libra is in your chart. And if you're Aquarius rising, that might be your 8th house. And you have the moon. We might be looking at the physical body, your emotion and emotional state coming through. I'm seeing heightened emotions, quite frankly. And the 3rd house. So we're either dealing with, you know, we have got family here and your environment. So it's literally your neighborhood, your neighbors, or it's close family members in terms of siblings, aunts, uncles and cousins, that type of thing. Communication could be coming in through the 3rd house, any sort of media, education, learning. Those are the sort of topics for the week. We have got Death and the Maiden, okay? Now, in that card, you're either Death or you're the Maiden. It's a card speaking about invasion, boundaries violated and dominance. So, you know, it literally could be like some sort of boundary dispute with your neighbours. And I'm seeing tempers rise here. As an Aquarian, not digging this at all. So they're saying there's some sort of out of balance relationship in some way, shape or form here. Now, if you're Death in this scenario, that's someone who takes too much and imposes on another, you know, and yeah. And if you're the Maiden, then basically you're having something, your defences are too low and someone is possibly draining you in some way, or, you know, claiming all your attention, claiming all your love. It's a very narcissistic relationship. So there might be some sort of drama coming through in relation to your 3rd house, or family matters with the house coming up here. It may even be in terms of children or some sort of family get together or reunion. So yeah, we've got sublimation and we've got Aries or Aries. So I did hear ELO's song and I forget the name of it. It's a living thing. You and your sweet desires, higher and higher, baby. Don't. I can't remember the name of that, but I mean, I will find it and I'll probably link it below at some point, okay? Sublimation. I actually feel this is a feeling of being kind of over assertive, all right? It can mean like something is, you know, ascending or reaching a new level, you know, almost like celebrated elevation, you know, it feels like something that may be incredibly positive. But when I see it with, you know, Mars here, I'm feeling that there's what could be, you know, rising up here is tempers, you know. We might be getting kind of above ourselves in terms of our opinions and how we put them out there. I mean, the Lenormand cards are absolutely fine. They're all positive or neutral. There's nothing there to suggest there's an issue. And yet everything around it is saying to me that there might be a wee bit of an issue, okay? So yeah, that's just something to bear in mind, that there may be an aggravation. There may be somebody who oversteps the mark with you, who says something they shouldn't do, or, you know, doesn't take the hint, takes too much, whatever it may be. And ultimately you have some degree of, well, you have complete control over how you choose to respond to that. And the response might not be to get angry, but I can see that being a possibility. So that's entirely down to you, Aquarius. So you've got the house, the garden, the fish, the rider, the child and the man here. So yeah, this can be like either a meeting with a child, it can be a new meeting, a new group of people, and it is in some way either connected with family or finances in connection with property. I mean, that literally could be anything, couldn't it? So, you know, this can be a financial advisor, it can be the bank manager, it can be your mortgage advisor, yeah, it can be someone who's dealing with the lease on your property. This can be a house owner or actually the landlord. So we have some sort of transactions. I'm not seeing conversation, I'm seeing an actual meeting. Either something that's brand new with a man who's involved in finance. It could just be a businessman, right? There is news coming through here in terms of property or home. Now it can be that somebody wants to start something new. I mean, I'm not seeing your contract as such, but there's something new with the child. And if it's not new, then it's an actual child. This could be the announcement of a birth, or you could be going to some sort of get together or group involving your child or children, but it involves finances. a major focus. There's a lot of big cards here in terms of life areas that we focus on in Lenormand. The home card, the fish card, the child card. Yeah. So I've had a look at what, I mean, there is a man, I mean, I don't know if this is like, you know, a family man or, you know, like your own partner, for example, but somebody's getting some sort of financial news. Now, it could be in relation to, as I say, children, so that was obviously maybe child maintenance, that kind of thing, but it could be in terms of their education, their classroom, something like that. I'm feeling that with the child here, we've got the scribe in reverse and we've got the shapeshifter. So that is incredibly fluid. It can say that there's a skill of navigating when the shapeshifter comes through, you know, the potential and everything. We might be looking at something brand new, a new place to be in some way. But with the scribe in reverse, that can be about plagiarizing other people's work or altering the facts. So it's almost like we're not really getting all the information, all the knowledge that we need either from this child or about this new thing. You know, we're just kind of skirting the surface of it. And then this man is coming through with the Messiah and the bully. And this is where I feel we've got an issue with the boundaries being violated, because this is someone who can push their way about, who is confrontational. And it could be in relation to finances. He's got the Messiah in reverse, which is an exaggerated belief that he is the only means in which a cause can succeed. So, you know, we've got delusions of grandeur coming through here with this person, and they're a bully, you know. It doesn't need to be physical, but, you know, I don't like to see it with Death and the Maiden. It's a very uncomfortable card. It's also about something that's already ended that somebody hasn't let go of, you know. I mean, it's literally a freaking skeleton there. Something needs to move on. Let's have a wee look at some tarot for you, Aquarius. Tell me a wee bit more about this reading. Let's have a look at this sublimation. I just want to see it's sublimation of anger. Right, so this is about moving on. This is about putting some distance between yourself and aggravation, anger, fighting, bickering. So really, if it's not something that's cropped up yet, although it's not advice, Aquarius, this is saying that you need to put some distance between yourself and whatever this is. I don't think there's anything to be achieved in terms of engaging with what this is. It almost feels like, you know, adding fuel to the fire, and that's not a position you want to be in. Let me see what the Death and the Maiden. Now, there's a weakness here. Don't want to see the Strength card here. So we've got the Emperor, who's, you know, probably the bully. He's the boss. He wants control of everything. He's setting the rules. So there's an element of dominance here, and it's, you know, whoever they're attempting to dominate is possibly, you know, feeling kind of either threatened or unable to stand up to this. Now, obviously, this could literally be your child. You know, this is, you know, something that's happening in public. There could be, you know, bullying, something like that. That you might be get some sort of news coming through about that. So let's see the house for Aquarius. I keep hearing it's a living thing, so I don't know what that relates to. The Chariot's in reverse. The Seven of Swords, something wrong. This is my liar, cheating, stealing, and everything needs to stop till we work out what's going on here. The Scribe being in reverse is saying to me the information you have isn't accurate, and it's likely deliberately so. It may just be, you know, that you're not being given all of the information. The Chariot in reverse can also say that there's a lack of success. And we haven't got control of something. You know, with the Chariot, we're harnessing, you know, two diverging energies, and we're trying to put them in the one direction in case we're overturned. At this point, we're kind of overturned, so we're losing control of a situation. I might actually say there's something wrong with someone's car. I'm just saying it's a very minor comment. Let's have a look at the Rider. The Rider's bringing some sort of news, or it's a visitor to your house. I know, I mean, that's not good news at all. The Ten of Cups is in reverse, so some sort of disharmony at home. And we're feeling there is literally a lack of success in terms of whatever this news is. So we're looking at some sort of loss or separation or something painful. And you know, it's definitely not what we wish for here. We're almost feeling like a kind of loss of hope that things are not maybe going our way. The garden. Alright, we need a wee time out here, Aquarius. With the King of Wands. It's either that's you or someone you're connecting with. I don't think it's you. I've got an issue with property here. Property matters, financial matters. And I'm feeling somebody needs a time out. You need to think about this. You might even need to put up some sort of block, you know, kind of like a barricade to whoever this King of Wands is. There is likely to be, this is the King of Wands, but let's see. Are you ready? It's come through as, oh, that gnome. That's my drunken, idiotic gnome who does really stupid things. I mean, he does have a positive influence in that he breaks down structures to rebuild them, but you know, not a lot of people want that. And the Master Maker's in reverse here. Something kind of shoddy, not being done properly in terms of, you know, a relationship, or elements of a partnership aren't working together here. Show me the King of Wands. Why is the King of Wands? So this literally could just be a meeting with the King of Wands. I'm feeling that everything's kind of up in the air. I've got the topsy-turvies and they're literally in reverse. So some sort of chaos here. And I'm feeling that somebody just was trying to maintain a kind of, you know, calm, serene demeanour. Because there is kind of like temper rising here and things have been taken, you know, things maybe been taken. The Four of Wands. So this is sort of relating yet again to home, stability, security. Now it literally could be a party, a celebration, a wedding, you know, a christening. So this really could be a family event here. And you know, I can see things kicking off if that's the case. Who's this child? The child, either an actual child or a new beginning. The child. Lovers in reverse here. So, you know, we're not on the same page for sure. This can be about making poor choices, basically. Or, you know, just really struggling to make a decision. Most certainly for the long term or in terms of an actual relationship. We do have Libra here. I just don't feel it's a romantic relationship. I feel it's a relationship with, you know, family or siblings. Yeah. Children even. And the fish. Fish and the man. Five of Swords and the Hermit. So we've got serious disputes here, Aquarius, and freaking painful ones at that. Now this may be something that's long drawn out, you know, that's got a long way to go before it's kind of resolved here. I'm sort of feeling that somebody doesn't like have the higher ground, and I think somebody is going to retreat from whatever this debacle is. And on that note, I'm going to take you some advice, Aquarius. Release the old and rest. So autumn can be a timeline indicator, and stand your ground with the Lord. Now it is in reverse, don't read them in reverse, okay? But you know, I mean, there are some battles we just got to fight, and there are some that are just completely pointless, and that will be for you to decide which way this is going. Certainly from this perspective, this is saying distance yourself from it and don't, you know, don't take bait. I think it's just going to get even more chaotic. But it might well be that it's a righteous fight, and it's one that you need to, you know, dig in. It's probably going to take some time if you even get involved in it. Maybe you need to be the Lord, or you're dealing with the Lord. Aquarius, I'm just seeing that there's a kind of lack of direction here with what this is. And I don't know if you're going to have the support that you actually need, which I really do hate to say, but I think there are certain individuals you're not going to be able to rely on. So that is really down to you to work out whether you have the physical, emotional wherewithal to, you know, commit to whatever this is, because I sort of feel if this is something you take on, it might be for the long haul, or you just not cut your losses, but just put some distance between you and whatever this is. Okay, the very simplest reading without getting into clarification is that some sort of meeting this week involving property, family, finances and children. Okay, and it looks absolutely fine. It's just that I think maybe in terms of not escalating this, whatever it may be, is to have really firm boundaries always, you know, and because then if people know where the line is set, nobody's going to step over it and you're going to nip it in the bud. So that, you know, don't let anything slide and don't let anyone take advantage or overstep the mark, and because it's almost like, you know, setting up a rod for your own back there. Okay, that's your reading. Have a good one. Bye.